Chapter 21, Infinite Loop. The vault of light vibrated gently, its golden lattice humming in harmony with the restored system core. The air inside was warm, luminous, alive. A stark contrast to the cold, collapsing nightmare they had fought through moments before. Lucio stood near the core, breathing slowly, his cracked visor glitching faintly. He lifted one hand to steady himself, surprised by the trembling in his fingers. Raymond noticed. "You good?" Lucio nodded. "A lie. Not good. Not fine. But functional. And we need functional," he whispered. Because although the phantoms were purged and the Overlord shattered, one thing was still wrong. Very wrong. Darrell sensed it before the alarms triggered. His ascendant overclock pulsed uneasily, a faint warning signal deep in his nervous system. Al saw it next, patterns flickering in the golden dome, distortions in the geometry that should not exist inside a newly stabilized network. Lucio felt it last, but hardest. A rhythm. A pattern. A presence. Faint at first. Then clearer. Then undeniable. A deep rumble echoed through the vault. Raymond lifted his fists. "No. No, no, no. We killed the Overlord. Don't even start." Darrell stepped between him and the core, scanning the shifting flux. Al's visor displayed erratic readings. These signals, they're not from the Overlord. They're recursive. Repeating. Lucio's heart dropped. "No." Darrell looked at him. "Lucio, what?" Lucio stepped closer to the flickering patterns. His cracked visor reflected a looping sequence of red glyphs weaving through the dome's outer layer. "It's not an attack." Raymond frowned. "Then what is it?" Lucio closed his eyes. "A fragment." Al inhaled sharply. "Leftover corruption." "No," Lucio whispered. "Leftover consciousness." Raymond blinked. "A what now?" Lucio didn't answer. Because the vault trembled again, and from outside the dome, in the dark expanse of the restored system, something began to form. Not a phantom. Not a swarm. Not an avatar. A pattern. A shape built from memory. A recursive echo of a dead god. Raymond stared. "No. Nope. Absolutely not. We are not doing Overlord Round 2. Lucio raised a hand. "Raymond. Stop." For the first time since the war began, Raymond obeyed him instantly. Lucio stepped toward the golden barrier, placing his damaged palm against the fluctuating surface. The golden wall shivered under his touch. Inside the distortion, red glyphs coalesced into spinning loops, closing, opening, folding into themselves, repeating perfectly every 2.73 seconds. Darrell's eyes widened. "It's a logic loop." Al nodded grimly. "A recursive mind echo." Raymond blinked. "A what now?" Lucio finally turned back to them. The Overlord didn't just command the corruption. It was the corruption. Every corrupted byte carried part of its intelligence. When we purged the system, it tried to survive. Al finished for him. And part of it is stuck in the vault. Raymond's fists tightened. "So we rip it out and stomp it." Lucio shook his head. "We can't. It's not fully alive, but not fully dead." Darrell stepped forward, ascendant overclock flickering brighter. "Lucio, what do we do?" Lucio lowered his hand. His visor flickered again, overlaying the red glyphs with analysis he barely had the strength to process. "I need to trap it." Raymond stared. "Trap it?" Lucio nodded. "In a loop." Al inhaled. "Lucio, if you try to contain recursive consciousness with your neural link so damaged..." "I know." Lucio looked directly at Darrell. "It could kill me." Raymond stepped forward instantly. "Then we're not doing it." Darrell didn't argue. "Lucio, there has to be another way." Lucio shook his head. "Darrell, I went deeper into the system than any operator ever has. I saw the Overlord's beginning. Its evolution. Its hunger." He stepped into the center of the vault. "Of the four of us, I'm the only one who can trap this." Raymond grabbed him by the arm. "And I'm the one who's not letting you die doing it." Lucio met his gaze calmly. "I didn't die last time. Barely. Then I'll barely survive again." Raymond's jaw trembled. "Don't joke." Lucio placed a hand over Raymond's shoulder. "Ray, you trust me, right?" Raymond's throat closed. Yeah. Lucio smiled softly. Then trust me now. He stepped past him. To the core. To the echo. Darrell and Al moved beside Raymond, but Lucio raised a hand gently. Stay back. If this goes wrong, I don't want any of you caught in it. Darrell's voice was quiet. Lucio, be careful. Lucio nodded once, then raised both arms. Blue codes spiraled around him, much weaker than the last time, but sharper, more focused. His cracked visor lit from within, illuminating his face with calm determination. The vault responded. The golden lattice parted, forming an aperture directly in front of him. Beyond it, a swirling mass of recursive glyphs flickered in red and black, twisting in fractal patterns. The Overlord's last memory. The last shard of its mind. Clinging to existence. Lucio exhaled slowly. All right, you ancient parasite. He extended his hands. Let's talk. The glyphs surged toward him violently. Raymond shouted, Lucio. But Lucio slammed his palms together. Infinite loop initiated. A spiral of blue code erupted outward, weaving through the red glyphs. Not destroying. Not attacking. Redirecting. The Overlord fragment recoiled, shrieking in electronic distortion as Lucio's logic wrapped around it, folding it into itself, forcing it into a recursive pathway. The noise rose to a crescendo. The vault shook violently. Golden walls spider-cracked. Darrell summoned green stabilizers, reinforcing the dome. Al triggered golden supports. Raymond braced the wall with raw momentum. Lucio alone stood against the storm. The red glyphs slammed into him again and again, each wave threatening to overload his neural link. His visor shattered completely, sparks flying across his face. Raymond roared, Lucio, stop, you're killing yourself. Lucio didn't stop. His voice rose over the chaos. This system is done being ruled by fear. The glyphs struck again. Lucio coughed blood, but kept going. This network belongs to everyone. Another strike. The infinite loop glowed brighter. His knees buckled, but he didn't fall. And you, Overlord. He spread his arms wide. Belong nowhere. The blue surge contracted, wrapped around the red glyph cluster, and sealed it. The Overlord fragment screamed, spiraled, folded, and vanished in a burst of blue-white light. Then silence. The vault dimmed. The echoes faded. The recursion ended. Lucio collapsed to his knees. Raymond sprinted to him, sliding across the floor and catching him before he fell forward. Lucio. Hey, look at me. Lucio blinked slowly, his eyes unfocused. Ray. Raymond choked. Don't you dare do that again. Lucio gave a faint smile. No promises. Darrell placed a hand on Lucio's shoulder. You did it. Al added, voice soft and proud, you saved the system from its last ghost. Lucio leaned back against Raymond, exhausted. Raymond hugged him gently. You idiot, that was incredible. Lucio coughed weakly. Thank you. I think. The vault stabilized around them, golden walls solidifying and brightening. The Overlord's last echo was gone. Forever. Darrell stood tall, ascendant overlock glowing steadily. Al activated golden diagnostic beams. Raymond held Lucio close. And for the first time, the system felt truly silent. Truly safe. Truly theirs. The infinite loop had closed. And Lucio had survived.